Hey everybody, I'm Chris Watson and welcome to this edition of the NYSPHSAA Captains Club presented by the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association. Today we're at Connetquot High School in Section 11 to introduce you to Liam Flaherty. Now Liam's story of overcoming adversity and getting back on the athletic fields is one thing, but his story is very much rooted in family. The people that know Liam Flaherty the best sing his praises.
I mean, he's a great all-around teammate and athlete, great friend. I mean, he just brings joy to the team always. He's a great teammate. He's a great player. He always brings shine. He's great. I mean, I don't know, I've never seen him down about anything. He's always there to cheer you up.
I saw him on the mound, I was like, wow, this kid's electric. You know, he's a lefty, he's got natural movement, you know, all right, let's go. So I started talking to some people and he came over to me. And he was well-mannered, shook my hand. He's like, I'm Liam, you know, I'm going to play for you one day. You know, it was a great start to a conversation.
He's a happy kid. He's very positive. He's just always there for everyone and doing the right thing, hard worker. He's just an awesome human being.
Liam is one of 3 boys in the Flaherty house. Sports are a huge part of their lives, and Liam has always been active. But around 4 years old, things changed.
Something was going on. We didn't know what it was. It took the doctors about a week to diagnose him. I'll never forget when I found out I took him to the doctor. And I just remember driving home, I actually got lost. Leaving the doctor's office and going home because I was like in such shock.
The doctors told the Flahertys that their 4-year-old son had focal segmental glomerulosclerosis and his kidneys were under attack from his own body.
FSGS is a condition that scars the glomeruli in his kidneys. Basically, his kidneys don't filter protein the way a normal kidney would.
Obviously, when I got older, more mature, I realized that this is my life. You know, I have no other choice but to live it.
And Liam was living with it and living well, playing sports, going to school, being an average all-American boy until the summer of 2020.
And I always told this travel coach that it could be that one day we get that phone call. And we got it. And ironically, we were on the baseball field. He didn't play much for a while, I guess because, you know, his body was shutting down and we didn't even know it. You know, I pulled this coach aside and I said, I finally got that phone call. And I said, can you just let him play one game? And he played, I think it was like 2 or 3 innings. And that was August 12th of 2020. And that was the last time he's been on the field.
Liam had kidney failure. He needed dialysis, and he needed a transplant. Both of his failing kidneys needed to be replaced by one functioning kidney from a donor.
I was obviously, you know, this sucks, right? I don't want this to happen, but it was definitely scary because I didn't know what was gonna happen ahead, and I'm so young, it really shouldn't be happening at this age.
And it turns out his donor was right under his own roof. Both his parents were tested to see if they could donate a kidney to their son. Dad Kevin wasn't a match based on blood type, but his mom, Michelle, was a match.
The parental instinct, you know, kicks in at that point, and you know, you hear it and you're not surprised by it, but you hear it and it's still such a huge task to go through. And I remember the day I spoke to him the morning that he had a surgery, and I'm like, how's everything going? He's like, I'm ready to go. And I know I spoke to his mom and she's like, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, it's amazing that their bond is so tight, and that without reservation, his mom was ready to make that decision. And you know, again, stepping back from the situation, being a dad, I'm like, that's incredible. It's the greatest sacrifice you could have.
My mom and dad, they both, like, whoever was going to be a match, if they were going to donate no matter what. So it really wasn't me. It was like they did not. I had no say in it, basically. Like, I couldn't say, you don't have to donate, you don't have to do this. And they would just do whatever they can to make me feel better.
Scary because there's that 1% chance. Nothing in medicine is guaranteed. So there's that 1% chance that this doesn't work or that my wife does not make it through. And that's on your mind. You know it's 1%, and it might be, 0.1%, but it's possible even though it's remote. And that you hope for the best and expect the best, but you sit there in that time, and whether if it's 2 hours or 3 hours when the procedure is going through, it's on your mind, and you do it. My wife didn't think twice about this, and neither did I. This is what you do for your child, and if that's the end result, then so be it. At least your child gets to live normal, but that is probably the toughest part of it.
It is a big decision, but as crazy as this sounds, I would do it for anybody, and I tell anybody who is healthy enough, if they could do it, why wouldn't you do it? And now seeing what I was able to do for him, I say, like, you're saving somebody's life.
Liam received his kidney transplant in December of 2021, and slowly, as the months went by, he got better, little by little.
It was hard for me to see him like that. I mean, I was truly trying to help him feel great, feel better. I was there with him throughout the way, so I was cheering him on, helping him get through it.
To deal with what he has to deal with on an everyday basis is, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, being a father of 2 children myself and knowing what his parents have to go through, I mean, then you see him and you talk to him. Again, I use the word electric, and he's just, how he deals with it every day, it's, God bless him. I mean, he's a great kid.
As Liam got better, he started to think about sports. His 2 loves are volleyball and baseball. He wasn't well enough to join the volleyball team as a player, but being around the team as a manager, that's what he needed.
Even thinking about it just makes me smile. The group of the kids that I've played with, the bonds that I have with them, it's I can never forget what I had during that season, because it just changed my life. It made me realize how good my friends are, how good life is.
I think that it was amazing for him. I think just being around, we had a very small squad this season. We ended up 3rd in the county, and he just being a part of, the boys. You know what I mean? It's just, he's always like head lit up, like he'd be at every single practice.
This experience for him, I think, only made him a better person, a little more appreciative of what he has, and maybe what other people don't have, and he realizes that. And then sports opportunity, you say, is, sports is not really a privilege, it's earned. Your opportunity to play at those levels, you have to earn that opportunity. And to maintain it, getting it is one thing, maintaining it is another. And he was always for that. Always wanted to go to the practices, he always wanted to do what was expected of him.
Liam was there for his teammates, even though he couldn't play. And through it all, his teammates were there for him.
I feel like for him, it was his way of getting back to life in a way, or like living his life to the best, like to the fullest.
There was a little bit of him, in a sense, paying it forward. When he was sick, when everything kind of happened, when we knew transplant was happening, the volleyball community, the baseball community, everybody was there for him. And he felt that he owed something to them for that.
Shoot him a text, let him know that you care. And just the feedback, he called me up, he said, Coach, thank you. I'm like, don't thank me. I'm like, you're part of a team. He's like, I've never played for you yet. I'm like, you're part of the program, and that's what this is about.
Being around the volleyball team picked his spirits up, but his real motivator is baseball. Liam doesn't want to manage the team in the spring. He wants to pitch and take the field with his team.
I really want to come back to baseball. I'm working with the team right now. I'm trying to stay motivated to push myself to get to where I want to be at.
It would mean a lot, especially to me, to him. I'm sure it would mean the world, because I've been playing with him for years, and I'm sure all of his friends would love him back on the team. He's a great player, great sport, he's a good teammate. It just brings everyone up.
I would definitely go watch, you know what I mean? Like that would just, like, probably give goosebumps talking about it right now. Like, I'd probably end up crying watching it. It would mean that much to him.
When he walks into winter workouts, the place just lights up. The guys work a little bit harder, he's their motivator, I guess, and the guys gravitate to him and his personality, and he's very carefree. He walks in, he's like, Coach, what do you need me to do? I'm gonna work on my stuff over here. let me know when you need me. And I'm like, most athletes don't run like that. So, you know, Liam is definitely a rare breed.
Liam's battle is far from over. Someday he will likely need another kidney transplant. But for now, he's back to being the fun-loving teenager who loves sports.
Almost like he got recharged, he got renewed. It's almost like putting a new battery in him. You know, he wants to be everywhere, do everything, and you know, he has a great appreciation for life and for the small things in life.
I think me just returning, playing again, that even some kids on my team say, you're an inspiration to me, you know. So just me coming back, being around them, I think they're already inspired.
I just want to see him walk off the Mount of Winter. You know, and it's more than baseball. It's just he's fought so hard to get to that point. He deserves it more than anybody. And if I can give him the opportunity to get the ball in that situation, he's getting it. No reservations. Win, lose, or draw, just getting him back on that field is going to be awesome. And I think it's going to really catapult the team to a whole nother level because they really gravitate to this kid. He's a captain without being a captain, if you don't understand what that means. He's an incredible human being.
The people who spend the most time with Liam talk about how positive he is, how he lifts others up, and always has a smile on his face. Hopefully, people who've never met him, and maybe never will feel the same after hearing his story.
He just never gave up. No matter what. Always had a smile on his face. Always positive. I mean, even on his 16th birthday, he was in dialysis. It was like nothing. You know, he rubbed, and that's what's so good about him, he just rubs everything off, you know? And even through this, that's what he did.
You know, being a young kid, I don't think he truly understands the impact that he's going to have once this season starts. Like, I could already see it now, and it's like, he doesn't see it, because like, again, Liam is Liam. But the guys, they're more excited for him to get on that field, because these were the kids that played with him when he was little. And then, unfortunately, when he got sick and he went away from it, those guys continued to play, and Liam looked through a fence. And I remember one of those times I would watch him looking through the fence, and you could see that he just wanted to hop it, but he just knew he couldn't. And now he's going to get his opportunity, and I think that's going to be awesome.
Never give up. Never waste an opportunity. Never let an opportunity pass by. If you have an opportunity to try out for a sport of your interest, try out. Don't worry about the end result. And if you make it, great. And if you don't, try out again. Keep going. Keep working at it. Don't ever give up. And appreciate that opportunity is there in front of you to take.
Maybe there's a kid out there that's been told, no, he can't do something or she can't do something. And, you know, they see Liam's story and know that, you know, there is a silver lining, a light at the end of the tunnel, where if you work hard and get to a point and the stars align, you know, you could live it out. Because for him, it is a dream. His dream is to be on that field and pitch.
Be grateful for the position you are in, to be able to, you know, play sports, to not just play sports, but to live life, you know, without something you have to worry about every day that could be so negative, that could impact your life forever.
And as you can tell, Liam's comeback story is only partly complete. When he returns to the baseball field in the spring, Liam's story will have come full circle, and we can't wait to see it. For this edition of the NYSPHSAA Captains Club, presented by the New York State Correctional Officers and Police Benevolent Association, I'm Chris Watson. We'll see you next time.